Hello everybody. I hope you can hear me. It's pretty windy over here. This video will be about the secret to eternal happiness. I want you to absorb this beautiful scene for a minute. It's so beautiful. Just seeing the waves, one coming in after the other. The peaceful melody of the ocean, the wind that it brings, the smell that it brings, the life that it brings. And there is life everywhere. Going back to the main topic, you will notice where water meets dry land, there's a barrier between how far the water can go and how far it can come in. I would say at this level it can come in another 3 to 4 feet. Sometimes even more, depending on the weather conditions. But the point is, the water level goes out every day, and when it does, much life takes advantage of the exposed, wet/dry land. And when the water comes back in and covers that patch of wet/dry land, it brings in more life. So like right now, there are thousands of tiny insects, some sort of bug, that are literally just standing there. I'm assuming a food source, a rich food source is in that land that's always going through the flow of water and no water. So the moral is this: we as human beings are like this dry land/wet land because we are always absorbing all sorts of energy from all sorts of directions. Frequencies in different forms, and we put them out, hopefully, in the best form. So for example, if you have a healthy diet and you eat vegetables and very small quantities of meat and you work out at least a little bit, you tend to have a healthy process of digestion. So the poop that comes out of your butt looks good, is solid but not too solid. No conflict there, no internal conflict there. So you could say that's positive energy in and that's positive energy out. But as it often happens with all of us, there are many instances where we put negative energy in, such as pizza, too much coffee, or sugar, or beer, or whatever your poison is. Too much meat, too much candy. Because we have little self-control, most of the time we take in this negative energy, it comes out as negative poop. It's not so solid anymore. Or maybe it's too solid. And it hurts your stomach internally and your intestines and eventually your rectum, your anal hole. So the balance is not there. So the question becomes, if the majority of what we put into our body is negative energy, then is it possible to accept it as positive negative energy? And that way we eliminate it as positive negative energy. So in essence, you can have a 6-pack of beer, and as long as you're consciously aware of what you're doing and accept the consequences of drinking six cans of beers, then regardless of how that beer comes out, it will be positive negative energy. And this can apply to all food subjects, because you come to a level of understanding where you realize if something feels bad when it comes out, it's only so you can appreciate all that is good more. Therefore, it's a good thing even though it's a negative thing, right? The strenuous labor associated with, let's say, diarrhea. Well, this applies not only to what you put into your body physically, this also applies to what you put into your body in forms of the ether. And the ether is the fourth dimension to us. Let's not think about fifth or higher for now. Let's just think about the fourth, because we're struggling to visualize it. So the fourth involves all the things in our day-to-day lives that affect us, but we cannot see that they affect us. That is the fourth dimension. And most of it comes in forms of frequencies in the air carried by the wind that are thought forms, as I have shown in the downtown portion of the video about the frequency grid, the smart grid. We're always bombarded by thought forms. Some say eat, some say drink, some say smoke, some say drive fast like a maniac, some say be aggressive, some say be selfish, some say you only care about money, some say hate thy neighbor. They could say anything, and they do say everything. It's all meant to manipulate us. So we are not aware that these things are having an impact on our day-to-day lives. Therefore, even though we may think we live a very positive life, we could still be taking in negative energy through the ether, the fourth dimension. So it is only when we come to this level of understanding that we're always exposed to negative energies, whether we want to or not, that we can transform all negative energies into positive negative energies. So for example, you're walking down the street, people all around you, you feel the negative energy coming out of them. They're angry or moody or full of rage for whatever reason. And usually when you pick up that energy, you tend to start feeling that way yourself. But what if you consciously decide, you know what? I will take whatever energy is thrown my way and transform it into positive, negative energy if it starts out as negative. So in essence, be angry all you want. I will still absorb that negativity and transform it into positivity. That is the secret to eternal happiness.